Afternoon, Yusuf. 30,000 firearms destroyed by the SAPS in Vereeniging today. Were all these illegal weapons?
Good afternoon, Tembakile. Yes, before I come to the destruction of the firearms, I listened to your chat with Professor Johan Berger regarding the special police task team. I think a lot of concern has been expressed, and I think it's important for the police leadership to be held to account. The police task force has, over the years, played a very important role in the fight against crime, and these reports are very worrying. No wonder the National Development Plan in Chapter 11 talks of a National Police Board, which is long overdue, but I think that's a subject for a separate discussion. Coming back to the destruction of firearms, good news indeed, 33,000 to be exact firearms were destroyed at a steel plant in Vereeniging today. Now, we know that during the previous financial year, about 55,000 of these weapons were destroyed. And yes, most of them were seized during what police say intelligence-driven operation, and also as a result of tip-offs from members of the public. Just to give you a quick idea of the firearms destroyed today, there were at least 30,913 handguns, 1,452 rifles, and 894 shotguns. As well as a large chunk of ammunition. So the fight against the illegal firearm market is continuing, and we know that firearms are contributing to a very large scale to the high levels of crime that we have in South Africa. And just very quickly, the police have reminded anyone that if you're in possession of a deceased member of your family's firearm, the law requires you that you hand it over. So contact your nearest police station and make sure that you hand in those firearms which technically you are in illegal possession of.
Let's talk about COVID-19. More of the country's police stations being closed for decontamination and that sort of thing after the discovery of positive cases. What are the implications for people who need police assistance in an emergency?
Well, from the very beginning of the lockdown, we saw more and more police stations being closed. In fact, we cannot keep a tab on the number of police stations that have been closed and reopening. In fact, one police station in Pretoria, in Laudium, was closed last week. Again, it was closed today because another member has tested positive. We are told that about 4,000 plus members of the police have been tested positive. There have been some recoveries, but also some members losing their lives. Now, we know, Tembakile, that those in the front line are very often face the brunt of the COVID-19 epidemic, and the police have been closing these police stations for decontamination, to sanitize the buildings. They are closed on average for anything from 6 hours to a day or two. So it's very important to remember that when these police stations are closed, their landlines won't be working. So in case of an emergency, call 10111. So 10111 in case of an emergency, and if you're going to report a crime, rather go to the nearest police station in the area if that particular police station is closed. And remember, you can open a case at any police station. You don't have to go to a police station in the area of jurisdiction where the crime has happened.
Let's talk about another crime. I swear, I learn about interesting, unique crimes all the time on this show. People are now targeting plants. Do I have that right?
Yesterday, we spoke about funeral parlors being targeted. Now they are targeting plants. In fact, we've had a number of reports from various parts of South Africa that these criminal syndicates are going out. Largely, they're targeting psychiatrists. Now, we know psychiatrists are rather expensive. In the viral video that I posted the other day, you see this criminal battling for a few minutes, trying to rip this plant out of the ground. He then takes it and throws it over the fence and then disappears. In fact, these plants are quite expensive on the black market, but you know, if you have these expensive plants, be on the lookout. These criminals are targeting, and they might just jump or scale the wall or your fence and try to get your psychiatrists and sell them on the black market. So again, these opportunistic criminals are trying their luck.
Yusuf Abramjee, thank you very much for that. Yusuf speaking to us from the capital, Pretoria, as always.